Last toolbox tour. This is my KRL 1163 Master Series. I am currently upgrading this and reorganizing it. I guess I shouldn't say upgrading, but reorganizing. So let's get into this. The top drawer is kind of just a mess. It's just got a bunch of random stuff in it. And so I am going to be cleaning this part out and reutilizing essentially this box. That's why I say I'm kind of updating, because of that nature, and I'm adding more tools and creating more space, kind of like I did on that cart, and then I did on my main cart, which a lot of you have seen. If you haven't seen that video, that's like where 80% of all of my work is done out of. All right, so this is the first drawer that I've spent a little time organizing. As you can see, I utilized most of the space fairly well. I've got some of the new Tecton wrench organizers in there. I wanted to give those a try. And then the rest is toolbox widget and then some tool organizers as well. If you have any questions about anything specifically in the video, just throw them down in the comments. Miscellaneous junk drawer. Again, this is gonna get reorganized. I'm gonna put some like containers in here and kind of clean this up and just make this look a lot nicer and cleaner. That's been the whole point of my entire organization series, obviously, is to show that you can create a ton more space just by utilizing every square inch in your toolbox. So another drawer. So this is kind of like the containers I'm going to be doing in that drawer above, but there's just, again, some more extra miscellaneous stuff. When I was working at the dealership and at home, I was buying tools for both, and I didn't want to buy all tool truck brand stuff, so I have a lot of doubles of things, but I use obviously the higher quality tools in my main box that I work out of. So I've got my original Snap-on 3050 here, which I love, and then I bought the new short barreled one, which is nice to have around. It's just some other air tools that I keep around, air hammer bits, my Snap-on air saw, and then my right angle grinder, which I don't use a ton, so 1 horsepower, but man, that thing's great when I do need it. I mostly use my battery powered Milwaukee one. Then in here, I keep my BG products, my Tubbo towels, my Kimball Midwest, my Smoke Pro oil for my smoke machine, just miscellaneous things, some more crocodile wipes, just kind of random stuff there. And then this drawer here is my pliers. So I've put a little bit of time and effort into this. Those are angled tool organizer plier racks. I wanted to just try different brands and different styles of organizers, because I get those questions a lot, like, hey, which one's best? Well, as I always say, I don't know if there's ever just a best one. It's going to be personal preference. Everybody's box is different. Everybody's tools are different. How many they have, all of that jazz. So there's that. So I'll utilize this a little bit more. I'll fill in these gaps and whatnot. And there's just random miscellaneous pliers in here that I don't use all the time. And then in this drawer, I've got my Snap-on pressure bleeder adapters, my dial indicator, my tight reach wrenches, some crow's feet, some bits, and my Noco GB150. And then I've got my ball joint press in here from Snap-on. It's the BPJ1. I've got all of my adapters, my Honda Acura compliance bushing adapters, Pitman arm popper. This is easy out sockets. This is a puller that this is a puller that I bought. It's a cheap one from, I think, Advanced Auto Parts, but I customized it for a specific job. And so I don't use it very often, but I've got it for that one specific job. Some extra punches and chisels, which I replaced with all Mayhew. These are all Pittsburgh. I replaced all of those with Mayhew. Some seal press. This is the seal kit from Snap-on as well. All of that jazz. Then here is just a bunch of cases and kits and whatever. So I've got my this is Macco or Mac, I can't remember. I think it's Mac. Rear caliper set. These are all usually the same brand. Snap-on bolt grip puller set. Oh, if I can open that. Sorry, trying to just show you guys what's in there, because I know people will ask. Impact driver kit, which the impact driver is not actually in there. It's just a bunch of extra bits and stuff. Carbine tools. Hex drivers, Mac RBRT Torx, McPherson spring compressor, which I don't ever use anymore. Cornwell power steering pump, alternator pulley, remover and installer, Blue Point harmonic balancer, dampener pulley for GM and Chrysler, which I don't know if I've ever used that. I got it used for really cheap, so I just thought, well, why not? Drill chuck adapter, so you can take a ratchet or an impact and turn it into a drill. I've actually used that quite a bit for this oil pan rethreading kit, which is really nice. Now I have a right angle drill, so I would just use that. Some bolt grip sockets, Cornwell leak down tester, and then this bottom drawer is my coolant pressure tester, my bolt buster heat induction tool, some MAP gas, Master Cool hydraulic flaring tool kit, which is really nice. Love having that. I don't use it a ton, but I do love having it. A leak tester for combustion leak tester for checking head gaskets and whatnot. And then in here, oops, sorry, let me fix the camera. Just pens and markers and receipt or printer paper for receipts, or usually this is for my battery testers. Another MAP gas. Again, I was buying multiples of things, so you're gonna see some multiples in here. And then safety glasses, which I didn't buy like 99% of those. Brake pad display, got crush washers for all my Hondas and Toyotas and anything that takes crush washers, with some extras here. And then just some miscellaneous adapters, clutch alignment tool. And then some extra extensions, valve adjustment tool, serpentine belt tool, which broke the very first time I used it from Harbor Freight. But these are just extra. These are the new Milwaukee Wobble Pluses extensions, 1/2 inch and 3/8. So I'm just trying to, again, create some extra space in here. So that's the next drawer I finally got to work on. Gloves and ear protection for when I'm using my air hammer, some extra organizers, mask when I'm like grinding and stuff, lots of gloves, extra hose for my fuel system, for my fuel system adapter for when I'm running fuel system cleaner. And then this drawer has my Smoke Pro adapter kit, my oil pressure gauge from Snap-on, right angle grinder kit, Lyle air hammer, clutch fan, pneumatic clutch fan wrench set. Love that thing. Don't use it a ton, but it's nice when you have it. Matco heat gun, not sure who makes that. This is the Robinair dual mode refrigerant leak detector, or refrigerant detector, sorry. And then this is my Snap-on compression gauge. And that is that in that drawer. And then last but not least, I have this little Underbox cart here. And I've got my carbine tools, Torx set, which I do love that set. It's really nice, especially for the price. I've got my Mac bit set, my Devo kit, my SUR&R Deluxe, they call it Deluxe Fuel Pressure Tester Adapter Kit. I use that a bunch, and then I have the Snap-on one as well. It's amazing. You'd think the Master Kit from Snap-on or this one would fit all your vehicles. They don't. That's why I have both. And then I have the Matco/Lyle fuel line connector disconnect. And that is it. So if you have any questions about anything specific, feel free to throw them in the comments. Like I said, this is my KRL 1163 Master Series.